I don't know what to say. I'm not even sure why I'm making this video. I think that I feel terrible, but the only thing I can think of is that, like, the way I'm acting right now feels like my boyfriend just broke up with me, because, like, I've acted like this, like, maybe three times in my life. 4 times. We'll say 4. 2 of them were guys that broke up with me. One was my Opa dying. And then my dog dying. And I know that sounds really stupid, and I really don't care what anyone else says right now. But I feel like it's like the stages that you go through when you experience I can't even talk right now. It's like the stages of death that you go through, like shock and then denial, then it's like I just feel like I need to do this to make me feel better. I don't even know what to say. I feel like the only thing is that I know personally I was really upset at people who didn't vote and such like that, but I will say that Hillary did win Charlotte, so like all my friends that didn't vote, like whatever, that's fine, it's cool. Mecklenburg County won, you know, the Democrat vote, so it's like I want to be mad at the people who didn't vote and such like that, or it's just there's no point. I feel like there's no point in being mad. There's no point in being mad at any person. I think I'm just really scared of what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen. I feel like the only reason that I really need to get this off my chest is that I don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe we hold our breath and everything will be fine. But I think the thing that I'm most scared of is that the House and the Senate are also Republican, and I think that scares me the most, because that means that certain things that Trump is going to want to do is probably going to pass, because there's some Republicans in there that, you know, believe what he believes in, and it's not everyone. I don't know everything, so you know, I don't know every Republican stance that's in the House and the Senate, what they believe in and stuff like that, and it's just like the perfect plan for like everything that Trump wants to get done to actually get done and actually get passed. And I think that's what I'm most afraid of. And also just like seeing flashbacks of like the news and showing rallies and how Trump supporters treated protesters, and not even like crazy protesters or anything like that, but it's just, it makes it okay. Having this guy as our president makes it okay for a man to grab a woman however he wants. It makes it okay for a minority to be treated unfairly. It makes it okay, and it shouldn't be okay. And there's so many factors that go into it. And I think that I saw something that said only 58% of Americans actually go out and vote, which is an extremely low number compared to like Australia and in Europe and such like that. There's closer to 80% that people will go vote. I can't even talk. But I think that the only reason that, of course, I said like I'm worried about the House and Senate, and also because it means so many worse things for the LGBT community, for minorities, whether you're Black, Asian, Muslim, Hispanic, and I'm only half Hispanic. I'm not trying to be like, oh well, I'm only gonna, you know, decide my Hispanic side today and say like I'm full Hispanic and stuff. I'm not saying that. I'm only half, you know. I know people have it much worse than I do because I can pass as being white more than half the time. But it makes it okay for these people to treat people like this. And I don't understand. And I think that I am like completely in shock still. I've woken up like 5 different times last night and I just kept checking my phone to like think that results came in and like they had a miscount, they got it recounted again, and it's not true. I've woken up so many times just hoping that it's not true. And I'm like I can't be angry. I'm just freaking terrified. And I feel like the main reason I'm terrified is one, my student loans. All my SCAD friends know the stupid student loans that we have, and it's absolutely crippling. On top of my main concern, which is I don't have health care. And it's not because I didn't get a good college degree or anything like that to where I can't get a job that will give me benefits or anything like that. I'm a freelancer working as a digital tech stylist assistant and prepper for Belk. What that means is that we don't get benefits. It doesn't happen. Just lighting is terrible. Oh God. I'm gonna try to move this and it's probably not gonna work, but it means that we don't get benefits or anything like that. And I don't think people they don't get it. I'm someone who has to go to the doctor constantly, and me not having medical insurance freaks me out. And I've had jobs to where they give me benefits and such like that, but I'm just in an industry to where you get your own benefits, or whoever you marry gives you your insurance and you're covered. But I think that our medical insurance and stuff like that is not perfect for the United States, but within the past couple years of me having medical insurance, I needed birth control. And not only because I'm going around in my slut sleeping with a whole bunch of people, it's because I'm prone to having ovarian cysts, and that's why the doctor has me on. It's happened twice. First time I was never on birth control. The second time I was off of it because my dad didn't believe in it, and I was sent to the ER twice. And having an ovarian cyst rupture that is the size of a grapefruit is like it feels like a knife is going through your back and someone is twisting it. On top of, I've never had a gun I've never had a gun shot inside me or a knife twisted inside my body. It's just, if I could imagine of what that would feel like, it would feel like that. And the fact that Planned Parenthood's being, like, the people who believe Planned Parenthood should be just, like, completely defunded and stuff like that, also goes in that category of that's just not fair. I believe there's just so much on top of like that whole thing with like birth control and Planned Parenthood stuff. I go to the doctor a lot, and it's not like I get sick with the cold every month or anything like that. It's mainly because I'm a female and I get UTIs. I get yeast infections. I have already been checked out to see if I have ovarian cancer, because just because I'm a woman who has a cervix means that I have to be checked for ovarian cancer every month. There's 2 years ago where I got checked and it was just a regular procedure because they had precancerous cells found. And I remember I was like terrified of that at time, you know. I was still on my parents' insurance and everything like that, but I was absolutely terrified. And if that happens again, now that I'm older and I need to get something like that done to find precancerous cells to see if they're a level 3 type of cancer already growing inside of me, and if I can't afford that, that means I'm gonna die from cancer. I have heard that if the hospital's not gonna let you die, they're gonna treat you and such like that, and then within years it slowly starts to go down. Still, I am not okay with that, because like I said, I get UTIs, I get yeast infections, I get colds, I have to go to the gynecologist, on top of I was in a car accident and now I need physical therapy. I'm sorry, but I'm 23, I'm a healthy 23-year-old, of course, I just go to the doctor a lot, and it's not like I have cancer or anything like that. I'm just simply a female to where I need the medical care that I can get because I'm a fucking female. And I feel like if Obamacare does get, you know, taken away, that there should be something that, and this might happen to where something should be replaced with it, but what are we gonna do till then? We're gonna repeal Obamacare, and then maybe for like a year we're not gonna have any sort of Affordable Care Act to where people who don't have benefits from their full-time job, nor can their parents pay for them to be on insurance, because that is the whole thing. I am 23 and my dad said that he cannot afford for me to be on his health insurance, so he had to take me off of it, and that's why I had to start paying for my own. And I could not be more grateful. I think one of the most things that I'm grateful for, besides a whole bunch of other things, is my freaking healthcare plan, because if I didn't have that, I'd probably have so many issues to where something that was just an infection could have turned into something that was a bacterial infection and gotten worse and spread throughout my body and may one day kill me. Maybe I'm being over exaggerated, whatever, but I feel like that affects me the most because I have such an issue with my health, and I didn't choose it. I didn't say like, oh well, I'm gonna do this with my life, and if I had to choose one bad thing, I'm gonna choose healthcare. Like, oh, I just need to always have medical care, whatever. And it's like if they take that away, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe there's a solution, but I really don't fucking know from right now. And also means that I would not be on birth control, and that I've been on birth control for years because of my condition of ovarian cysts. It's just how it is. And the other thing that I'm way more terrified of anything else is my best friend Jory. I have a lot of best friends, but I'm really worried about her and everyone that she knows and that she cares about, because she cares about so many people, but I'm really worried about her. I'm worried about my wonderful boyfriend Sam, who's kind of ashamed to be a white straight male in this society that brings up someone like this. And I'm worried about my mom. I don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe nothing's gonna happen because people argue too much, and then they're just gonna drop it. I don't know. Oh, I just can't stop crying. It literally feels like I'm going through a breakup, because the last time I cried this much was when a guy broke up with me, which is really stupid. I'm a dramatic girl. I don't really care. I'm gonna admit it. But I don't know what much more we could have done by this point. It's like, I really don't know what we could have done. Besides me, I don't even know how the impeaching process works. I'm pretty sure if I asked someone, they would tell me, but I think that every time someone tells me that, they say like, it's gonna be okay, I love you, from the people that really mean a lot to me, it just makes me like, makes me sad, but it also makes me happy that these people are saying this, because it means, I don't know, it means a lot, to where it's just kind of like, no matter what happens, like, I'm thinking of you kind of thing right now. I don't know. I like to think that I'd move somewhere else, but of course I don't have citizenship anywhere else. I have a passport, but I think that only will cover me for maybe 3 months, and then after that I don't know what to do. I there's so many things that it's just like a list of things that maybe we could have changed. And not just one singular person, but over time has to change. Like, it could probably take a decade for the things that I'm thinking of to change, like how easy voting should be, and how many people need to know that this is important and that the voter turnout rate needs to be higher. There's so many things, and I think an important thing that we got is that Pat McCrory is not in office anymore for North Carolina. It's something, right? I don't know. I'm still like turning on the TV and just like waiting for like to have good news or say like, just kidding. Just kidding, this isn't real. I just feel so embarrassed to like actually be from here kind of thing right now, and I wish I didn't say that. It's true. Okay, I tried to explain myself. I probably sound ridiculous. I also look like a mess because I have not gotten out of bed till now all day, and I just feel like I needed to do this to at least pick myself up for the day, and I don't really care whoever says anything, and if you disagree with me, that's totally fine. I think that everyone has their right to their opinion, and I feel like a lot of people I've gotten frustrated with if they didn't vote, and at this point it's totally fine, because the only people that I knew that didn't vote was maybe about 10 people, and it's not like if I convinced those 10 people that it would have made a difference. It was just like in the 100,000s, like almost millions, that made a difference, and that's a lot of people, and I think that if just more people turned out to vote, it would have been better. But if that's not feel like, I understand. There's so many things I could fucking say right now, and it's not gonna make it any better, but I agree with everyone that they said, like, don't make it seem like Hillary's emails are like way worse than Trump that has ever done, because that is another thing that I did not mention, is that I've been listening to the Guys We Fucked podcast, and it's like the emails that they get for women being sexually assaulted or raped or called these awful names and such like that. I'm so lucky that's never happened to me before, because it happens everywhere, and the fact that a president who has done that to a woman and multiple women makes it okay that rape culture is fine. And I think that I don't know, that goes into other like state governors and such like that. There's so many things that go into this whole election thing that I am not an expert on. I can tell you that. I feel like I'm very well informed, but I'm not an expert. I don't know everything. I really don't. And I feel like the people who know everything are the ones who make this their life. And that's just not me right now. It's not okay. I'm worried for all my LGBT friends, minority friends, women just like me, and also the men who are sitting there and they're like, this isn't right, and they can't do anything now. The only thing we can do, I feel like, is like just hold our breath and just be positive, which is really freaking hard to do right now. But okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna stop talking, because I could go on for so many more hours. I really could. I think that the only thing that we can do is just spread love. So I love all my friends that are on Facebook. I love all the people who haven't spread any sort of negativity during this entire thing. I think that is the only thing you can do, is just, I mean, you can if you want, I don't really care. But I'm trying really hard to stay positive, and I think that staying positive for everyone that you know as well it means a lot right now to them too. So I don't know when we're gonna post this or when, but Hillary's actually supposed to be speaking at 9:30, and it's 9:38, so I'm going to turn on my TV and watch that, and hopefully eat some food today, and we'll see if I leave the house. I like to think I will, but hold our breath and maybe votes would be recounted, right? That's what I would vote for.